Hello everybody, this is Matt Allman with Social Networks and welcome to our training. What we're doing is, being that we've teamed up with Century 21 to bring you the very best social and technology trainings across the entire United States to all of the members associated with Century 21, we are doing a series of retaining and recruitment for brokers and managers. Today, the specific topic that we're going to be going over is utilizing video online. How do we leverage it? How do we stay in front of more people? And most importantly, how are we attracting new agents as well as keeping the current ones on board? So it's no question that right now the average age of today's home buyer is 30 across the United States. Average realtor is about 56, 57, 58, that range. But what we're really looking at is how will the consumer locate us? And 9 out of 10 of these home buyers are searching online to find their home, and it's no coincidence that over 45% of those homes they end up going and seeing in person, and they end up finding agents online as well. So what we're going to be breaking down is, with video, what is the most powerful tool out there? Well, there's many different ones, and there's a ton of different video sites that we can utilize, but the number one by far is going to be YouTube. Now, you can use YouTube directly from your computer, of course, from your desktop or your laptop, but ultimately you want to be able to empower your current agents as well as bring in the new ones and teach them. What's happening is this: agents in the industry right now are truly not technologically savvy whatsoever. They go to a lot of trainings, they get a lot of great information, but implementing is a whole other thing. And to have them empowered by this technology, you really have to hold their hand, make sure that it's coming from the leadership down, and you actually doing it yourselves as well. Now, if you can show them how to do this from their mobile device or a tablet, which I'm going to give you some examples of how to do today, you're really going to knock their socks off, and that's how you're going to attract such a great buzz, not only for recruiting and retaining, but also for your company and having that online presence that you're more than likely looking for. So you have your agent, they're only getting so far to push that plateau. We just kind of hone them in with a couple of new tools. So let's talk about YouTube for a second. If, as a company, you don't have a YouTube account, it's very simple. You go to youtube.com and create one. Okay, it's free to sign up, but this site is massive. You're seeing more than 4 billion views each and every single day, 60 hours of video uploaded per minute, and there's all kinds of crazy stats out there as to why would you use it and how do you teach your agents how to utilize this technology. But let's think about the consumer. The consumer, they're going online to websites such as Google, Yahoo, Bing.com, and that's how they're pulling up their different searches, and they're looking for virtual tours and how do I connect or get a good feel of who I might want to work with. So that's just one major thing to be aware of. And the fact that there's more video uploaded to YouTube in 60 days than all 3 major US networks in 60 years just kind of blows my mind, because to bring this into perspective or reality, this is the new way. And although we haven't grasped it just yet in this industry specifically, it's no different than the different commercials that we're looking at. Now, as being part of Century 21, this is really important. I'll tell you why. The different commercials that are out there, whether it be every year with the Super Bowl, let's talk about this last year's Super Bowl commercials. I believe there was 3 throughout the entire Super Bowl. I saw some commercials ran before that event actually took place, and what I was seeing was this: how are they portraying Century 21, the organization, as a tech-savvy type of a company? And what I found was they're already saying, hey, if you see a Century 21 agent, they're on the cutting edge. They know their mobile, they know their tablets front and back, but in reality, we know that it's not accurate, right? They're trying to bring the awareness, and we're trying to teach exactly that and how to prepare them. But I think as a broker or manager, if you want to stand out, I think it's one of those things you got to take the bull by the horns. You have to say, if you come into my organization First of all, I'm going to qualify you to see where you're at, right? Because you're not going to let just anybody into your organization. And two, let me show you what we do differently than all the other companies that are out there. Okay, this is why you want to be part of the Century 21 brand. It's a great organization, and with technology, this is the way of the future, especially when connecting with consumers. So that's number one, first and foremost. Number two, you're getting this question often. Well, how do I get an online presence, and how do I show up on Google or all these other websites? Well, here's a little secret. Most of you may be aware of this, but to really hone in on it, you have to, of course, embrace it and follow through. YouTube is owned by Google, okay? And Google has done such a phenomenal job with having so many different opportunities within Google, such as where do I store my files, sending out emails. I now have a video platform, right? That's YouTube. So that's what we have to think about. Number two, if we're doing videos and we're uploading them to YouTube, I'm going to talk about how do you share those socially and get the word out. But ultimately, what you'll see is Google will give the YouTube videos a priority, being that they own them. And those are the two top search engines out there. You have Google, then you have YouTube. So that's kind of interesting how they work together with it. Okay. So today, when we go through some of the ways consumers are interacting, I want to show you video examples. Again, how to empower your agents and really how to set the bar for the new way. And that's how we're going to move forward. Okay. So the first thing is this. For all of those that you come across who have a smartphone or a tablet, when shooting videos, there is a correct way and there's a wrong way. If you're holding the video right side up, vertically, this is the incorrect way. And the reason being is you don't get the full picture, right? I can't really see everything, especially if we're going to get into virtual tours and talk about rooms. You're not going to see that. The other thing is you have the black bars along the sides. So something as simple as this, if you teach this throughout, you're going to get a better result with the consumers that are coming online and viewing this stuff. Okay, so here's the correct way of actually holding the video sideways. And again, I'll show you some different applications that you can use, but really take a hold of this first and foremost and understand that this screenshot on an iPhone is literally what you can do. You can record audio, you can plug in different video shots, and then you can even add text. But rather than getting advanced, remember, we can just shoot it like normal, and then we can plug in an application, and then we can move forward. But here's a reason why virtual tours is #1 on the hit list when it comes to videos, how you're going to attract more agents. A typical transaction that goes through as far as marketing, say I get the listing, the average agent puts this thing on the MLS. They might do an open house Saturday and Sunday, let's just say 12 to 4 o'clock. Then from there, they're going to put out potentially flyers, and they're going to maybe do just listed signs and all that good stuff. But that's the traditional agent. If you want to stand out, virtual tours are what consumers are looking for. And here's a stat directly from postling.com that we talk about all the time. So powerful. 73% of homeowners are saying through this case study and survey, they're more likely to list with a realtor who's offering to do video, not any video, a virtual tour. So imagine that. You go into a listing presentation and you're going against your competitor. The competitor just has the basic, I'm going to syndicate this. I'm going to send out your listing to 100 plus real estate websites. Well, that's great. But you can come in and say, you know what, I already do that. This is what we're teaching the agents to do. And again, as a manager or broker, setting the bar high and you showing them how to do this is really what's going to get them to buy in. But if you go in there and say, I'm already going to do all that, and now I'm going to add a virtual tour to this, and this is how simplistic it is, but ultimately I have a database that I can share this to, whether it's socially, my email, or anything else. This is what's going to get the results. So automatically what your company would be able to do by utilizing video and to recruit is say, look, our closing ratios are higher. It's competitive out there. There are a ton of buyers and not a ton of inventory, but because we go into a listing presentation by adding technology to that presentation and what we do behind the marketing, we're going to get the listing 9 out of 10 times versus the competition. So that's really something to think about And then when you're done thinking about it, we really want to implement it. So let me just give you kind of a day in the life, right, of the consumer. They come here, they go to Google. When they're searching for something, this is really what they're searching for. Here, real estate tour, Upland, California, our local area. Now, this is how savvy the 9 out of 10 home buyers that search online that are in that young home buying demographic. And don't get me wrong, the baby boomers have really come along as well with how they're getting in tune with searching online. So check this out. We're going to hit videos, and this is what they do. Take a look at all of these different virtual tours in Upland, California. Now, it might be a company that's putting them together, kind of like the slideshow or something of that nature. But reality says these people don't just want, and I say people, these consumers, they don't just want the typical slideshow. They are looking for the raw live footage, which I think is absolutely phenomenal, because at the end of the day, it only gives you more exposure and more branding, and that's really what's going to end up helping you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so I want to show you an example of a video right now. This was a Century 21 agent, and what they did was something very easy. They took a simple concept, they did a virtual, well, you're going to see what it is. It's a virtual bedroom tour, but realistically, they could have done the whole home, or at least the key highlights, with some of the apps I'm going to show you. But take a look at this. 56 seconds, they were able to take full advantage of this, and I mean, let's just take a look at it. So look at this real quick for us here.
Come on in, let me show you the master. We have a beautiful master room in this house. Huge. You got a tray ceiling with extensive crown molding. You have a beautiful wet bar right here in the master bedroom where you can have some coffee ready for your husband in the morning. All right, always having a nightcap at night also. Double archway to the master bathroom, which is out of this world, and a huge walk-in closet. You got a his and her master closet. I'm going to take this here also. As you can see, it's bigger than most nurseries.
So I'm going to just pause that right there, because I want to, obviously you're probably thinking a lot of different things. Are you thinking, is it professional? Yes, it is, or no, it is not. It's very blurry. The lighting's off. There's the smoke detector going off. There's all these different variables and components that are going on within this video. But what she's done is an actual tour of the home. So when you can hear her walking through the home, whether it's hardwood floors or tile, or you hear the echoing with no furniture in there, that's what the consumer is looking for. Also, keep in mind this. I know you might be in certain different areas that might take these types of videos a little bit more seriously in terms of professionalism, but most of the consumers are more concerned about what's the weather like today. Is it raining? Is it too hot to go out? How are the gas prices right now? Do I want to spend money on gas to go see these homes? And last but not least, why can I not just see this from the convenience of where I'm at right now? And further than that, even on their own mobile. So the more that we get our mentality right there where the consumer is looking for this information, we say, I'm going to embrace technology. I can shoot a really quick video of the home, and then I can shoot it out and share it. I mean, that's really what we're wanting to do. So again, someone comes to your company, you already have something situated to say, look, I'm going to teach you, or I have somebody here in the company, maybe you have an assistant that will do all of the marketing. You know, that's a really good scenario. But let's just say you can't. You're going to teach the agent how to, if they go out and show one property, why wouldn't they even do a virtual tour of that? If it's not their listing, why couldn't they do it there? Because rather than go out every phone call to go see it, they can send it out and really engage where the consumer is at. Are they serious? Do they really want to go forward and look at this home and put in an offer potentially? Or have you just really helped them where, you know, at the end of the day you say, we don't want to go see this home. Thank you so much for sending me the video. And we have countless stories of real estate professionals, managers, and brokers who have done things just like this, and they're able to get other deals because they've done real live footage such as this. Now, here's the thing. This has 121,000 views. Don't focus on that. If you're able to get over 100 views on any given day by marketing your video, that's going to be huge, and I'll show you a couple of examples here shortly on how you can actually do that. But I mean, if you have a YouTube channel and all of the agents might have their own, or if you're doing the listings yourself for the office, you now have a library of video that really stands out, and it's kind of like your own virtual tour listing site if you think about it, but it's televised commercials is what we're doing. It's no different than what you see on TV, except the thing about this is YouTube is more powerful and popular than television, which is kind of crazy to think, but that's one of the big ways to stand out. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't know how to edit. I don't know what to do here. Well, the first thing is this. In this example, the agent did not use their name. They didn't brand the company that they're with. They didn't say, hey, this is Jane with Century 21 Networks Realty. They didn't say anything like that. So she really missed the boat, even if she got a ton of views. Here's what I know for a fact you can do to make sure that you're standing out. So let's say that you have a tablet or you even have a mobile device. One of the big ones out there that you can take advantage of, one of the big applications to create virtual tours, is one called Magisto. So here's Magisto right here. It's a free application. It's spelled Magisto. I'm going to show you exactly how this thing works. I'm going to click on it. It's going to open up, and it asks us if we want to shoot a video or use a camera roll. Now, just like anything else, the hardest part to doing all this is the preparation, right? Preparation is key. So if I'm going through the home and I shot a couple of different shots, then I'm already set. So you want to shoot the kitchen, maybe you want to shoot the living room, whatever the highlights of the home are. Could be the backyard. Then you're going to click Use Camera Roll. So we're going to click Use Camera Roll because we already have the videos in here. And what I'm going to show you is an example of some of the videos that we took while we were out at the Century 21 convention, okay, out in Vegas. And if you see here, I've already clicked on one of them. It's 12 seconds. Now you have a total of up to a minute, which is great, because the other tip I want to give you in shooting these videos or teaching your potential agents or current agents is other than just shooting it sideways, you also want them to have short and to the point videos, no matter if it's a educational, testimonial, we'll talk about those, but virtual tour, keep it about a minute, minute and a half, no longer, okay? So I'm going to start clicking some of these here. So I'm going to click this one. I'm going to click this one here, and I'm just going to choose a couple of different ones. So you can see as I'm going down, I'm just scrolling through, and I've clicked all these different shots, okay? Now, the next thing I want to do is click Next. So I'm going to do just that. And it's going to ask me for the type of theme. So let's go ahead, we can scroll down. You can see there's street beats, there's ones that look very, very nice, sentimental, some old school ones like the Roaring 20s. And then there's Let's Party. So I want to choose Let's Party. What kind of a theme is that? Okay, so you can kind of see that theme. We're going to choose that one. And then last but not least, we're going to choose the song. If I click on the right, it's going to show me displaying the song, what it sounds like. If I click in the middle, it's going to choose the song. So let's go ahead and hear the Gangnam Style one. Perfect. I think we'll use that one. So I'm going to click there. And the whole idea is to bring your virtual movie of the home to life. Make it a little bit more fun. It's going to have live walkthrough. And this is for someone who wants to get to the point, who does not want to necessarily be on camera, although we suggest that you do for branding purposes, branding of you, branding of your company. You can do it this way. So let's just say that it's 123 Century Street. I'm just typing this in as we go. And then let's just say that it's Ontario, California. From here, I'm going to hit done. So I'm going to go down and click done. And then I want to make the movie. So as you can see, it didn't take me very long to put this together. And just as I said from the beginning, the toughest thing behind it is just kind of preparing and making sure that all of the video clips were already shot beforehand. And you're going to find that that's going to be the case for any type of application. As long as you have the video footage already, just go through, and then you can go ahead and make your movie. Okay. So here's a couple of other different videos dated back from some time. So once that is done, as you can see, what it tells you is, hey, we're processing it. It might take a few moments. So we'll notify you when the actual movie is ready. So we're going to come back and check that out. Well, just so you know, I'm already done with that video. It's just going to upload. Okay. So now let's go back, and I want to show you another application that is available to you. And it's called Videlicious. And no, it's not as dangerous as it sounds, so don't worry. But what this allows you to do is speak throughout the video and give an overview or explanation of what we're actually looking at. So this one is not available for Android. This one's for Android and the iPhone. This one is for Apple products across the board. So I'm on the iPad. That's what I'm showing you. Let's go ahead and open this up. And it's going to walk you right through these different steps. So step one is I would choose my shots, right? Just like the other one that we did. Then we're going to go to our camera roll. And then from the camera roll, I'm going to go up and I'm going to find some different footage that I would like to add. So here's some pictures of the homes. And the first thing that I would do is I'm just going to give you kind of an overview example. I'm going to click on each slide or video footage that I want to speak about. So that's number one. Then I'm going to go here and I'm going to click on this video. It's 55 seconds long, but we don't have to do the entire video. I'm going to click on this one. And ultimately what you're going to see is that I'm going to be speaking about each one I'm clicking on as we go through it, and you'll see my face on the actual screen. So the last one that I want to click on is going to be right here. And then we'll end it off. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save. Once I'm done with save, then it's going to ask us to tell our story. So this one's pretty cool, right? So I'm going to hit tell story, and then this should open up and it's going to show me right on the film. See me there? Perfect. So if I want to choose any of these on the right, I would just click on them, right? So I'm going to actually click off of it and go back. But when I hit this button on the left-hand side, that where it's showing my voice is speaking here, then from that point, what you're going to do is start talking about the one on the right. So here's what we do. We'd introduce ourselves first. So I'm going to click this, and then it'll count down. Hey everyone, this is Matt Allman with Century 21 Real Estate. I just wanted to let you know about this new hot property that just came on the market. This is 1234 Century Street out in Ontario, California. And if you're not aware of this area, it has a rec center that is amazing. This has a backyard balcony that overlooks the entire city. And as you can see here, it's beautiful. You can see the ocean. You can see all the people walking up and down the beach, and it's just fabulous. There's also an attached resort which has about 3 to 4 different swimming pools. You can barbecue. It's the whole real deal, and people love this location. And on the weekends, if you ever have to get together, do a presentation or a gathering, you have that as well. So thank you for checking out my property. Just went on the market. Give me a call if you need anything. Matt Allman, Century 21 Real Estate. It's 909-917-1717. Bye-bye. So now, this is going to preview this. Isn't that a great shot? Tongue sticking out and everything. We're going to play this just so that you can hear kind of the playback on it. So it's going to be kind of tough to hear, but it's okay. But as I'm speaking about it, so I said you can see the ocean, and I'm going over that video, and it's overlooking the resort. Then it does a shot to the actual resort. So for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and pause that right there. We're going to go ahead to the top right, and I'm going to click on Save right here. And then the next thing I'm able to do is choose my music. So I'm going to click Choose Music at the bottom, and then I want to go to Theme Music. If you have your iTunes account connected, you can do that as well. But you can click here and just choose which one you want. So let's see here. That one sounds pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that one right there. So now I can make my voice louder. Or I can make the music louder. I'm going to put that right about there and save that. So let's go ahead and save it. And then what I'm able to do is I can filter some things here. The way that it looks, the lighting, all that stuff. So we're going to just click on a couple of different ones here. See what the best overall look is. Let you guys laugh at that photo. Or I can just leave it at no filter. I'm going to leave it on the kettle filter. And then I'm going to go up to the top and hit save. But I mean, this is such an amazing thing for you to be able to do and also show and attract when recruiting new agents. It's kind of like a process. When you're working on your business, you need to have that organized structure and process to make sure that we say, hey, if you get a listing, here's what we're offering. This is how easy it is. And they can literally do this before they even left the home. That's what's so great about these applications. So the education you're giving them is invaluable. So we're going to hit save. That would move forward. And here's the best part about it. You can title this, which obviously I'm going to suggest that we would title this the property. So I'm just going to type that all in. Century Street. And I believe we have that at Ontario, California. Actually, let's leave it at Ontario. And then I'm done. Now, here's really what's important. And I'm going to zoom in just so you can see this. The social sharing. See, the video is on Videlicious. That's an application. But you really want to get that to where? You want to get it to your YouTube channel. You can also share it on Twitter and Facebook. Also great mediums for sharing this type of information. So I can do that. Very easy to do. Okay. So that in a nutshell is how you're really going to start attracting even more agents, because it's a set standard of using technology. And remember, 73% of homeowners are more than likely to give them the listing, the agent, versus someone else, just because they wanted to do something like that. It's innovative, it's creative, and this is the way that consumers are wanting to access the information. And if you think about it even further, most of the MLSs now, if you go to the MLS, the listing site, they have a link to plug in a URL, which is for the virtual tour. So, you know, just keep those different things in mind. But those two apps right there are going to be phenomenal. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to go over is another different type of video. I'm going to move this out of our way, and I want you to check this out. It's called an introduction video. Here's one of the Century 21 companies in our local area, Century 21 Prestige. If you haven't heard of them, you will today. But they did an introduction video for their business page. There's also another introduction video that has a little bit more quality, and it looks like a little bit more professional than anything. But just remember, these videos can be done directly from your smartphone device. So let's take a look at this one. I want you to check it out. And then I'll show you how they marketed this and how we kind of guided them with it.
Hello and welcome. I'm Vince Gotuso. I'm the broker of Century 21 Prestige Properties, and this is our business page. And you know, you may not know me, but I'm sure you know one of our really great realtors. Enjoy this page. I hope you find our postings, our links, our videos, something that you can really use. And these links, they take you to our listings and other sites. You know, if you don't find what you want on our business page, don't be shy. Let us know. We can change. We will make it better. We want this to be a site that you can use not once, but many times. We're counting on you to help us. And by the way, don't forget to hit that little like so you can come back often. Thank you and enjoy.
So with that video, really well done as far as just a personal video right from the desk in the office, and really to the point, letting the consumer know that they can change, and he's helping attract, this is a broker who did this, you know, as he said, Vince is a broker, to attract more agents. It's huge. They just put this video up. They already have the 9 views, but there's so much more they can do. So let me show you what they've begun to work on. And we're guiding them through this process. Number one, I said that we were going to go over some of the marketing. Well, once you create some of these videos on the applications, obviously you can socially share. Number two, take a look at this. Most people are not aware, but as a broker, when you want to recruit, it's kind of the proof is in the pudding. So you can say, oh, we're going to do video and we're up to date with technology, but in reality, it's not true. Well, take a look at this. This is a Century 21 Prestige Properties YouTube channel. When you sign up with YouTube, you're automatically able to create a channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but this is what's going to happen. Okay, you can put the branding on the back end here, which I'll show you how we can teach you how to do that at the end. But it's very simplistic to plug in a photo and hit a button that displays it in a tile format, which means it's going to show it over and over. All the contact information, a link directly to their website. This is how it's done in terms of how to spiderweb everything online and have that true online presence. And you can see they did a Harlem Shake video, but take a look at this. They have 4 actual subscribers that are subscribed to their YouTube channel, which I think is amazing, because that means anytime they upload a brand new video, okay, same for you. If you ever upload a brand new video, and let's say I'm a subscriber, this is now going to act as a video email marketing campaign. But what we do know, okay, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you, but what we know is that the number one thing opened when it comes to emails and email campaigns is video within the email. Isn't that insane? So now this is doing it for you. So let's say you got 100 or 1,000, doesn't matter, a couple hundred subscribers. Now you're seeing in front of them regularly whenever you upload video, and they already have 470 video views with all of these different ones combined. So take a look at that. It's very important. If you wanted to plug this in, just type in Century 21 Prestige Properties as a really good example. That's one way you can stand out to recruit and retain agents. Okay, and here's another thing to think about. As you get your agents or new agents, okay, doesn't matter, to do more video, by the second or third video when they're saying, hi, you know, this is Mike with Century 21 Prestige Properties, and they're branded that way and the information's out there and they've gotten, you know, 50, 60, maybe 100 views, what starts to happen is, number one, they've embraced the technology. They're happy with the marketing. Number two, they start to say, you know what? I've already put this time and effort. I'm branding myself with this company. Things are good, but it really makes them think of never wanting to go to another company because they're already branded one specific way. Where in other cases, such as a for sale sign, you put a for sale sign in front of the house, it brands the company, not the agent. You get what I mean? So it's easier for them to leave. When it comes down to, you know, their Twitter, their Facebook business page, their YouTube channel, and they start branding themselves in direct correlation with whichever Century 21 extension you are, they're less likely to leave, and that's how you're going to also help retain them and then continue to grow. The other thing that they were able to do, which I thought was phenomenal, is on their Facebook business page. This is exactly how you leverage video. They've plugged in their YouTube channel as one of the leading tab applications. They have their office listings directly from YouTube. And then there's that welcoming message. Remember the welcoming message we just watched with Vince here? Here's a video, right? He comes on in and he's talking to us, that beautiful smile. What he now has been able to do is if someone comes to his page and clicks welcome, and most people are attracted to these buttons, believe it or not, watch what happens here. That same video comes up, you can play it, and now there's a message. Very cool, in my opinion. And this also gets him the views that he would need if marketed properly to his YouTube channel. So do you see how all these things are tying together? We were on YouTube, now there's a channel, we're promoted on our Facebook business page, and then on the YouTube channel we also have the website. And there's so many other ways to do this, but just keep in mind, this is really how you're going to set yourself aside in your local market. And if you're bigger than that, that's awesome as well. But you're going to attract more agents. And they're going to be happy because this is the way now. Video is the way. So I just wanted to show you some of those examples that I thought were really cool. And then I'm going to show you a couple more. So the next one I want to show you is a Century 21. It's Jeff Fox, Century 21 Golden West Realty, and this is an introduction video. So that was kind of a video right here promoting the business page, also an introduction video. This one is more of an introduction to who the agent is, a little bit about their life, and how they started real estate, how they understand and are professionals in a specific community. So take a look at this one. This one's pretty awesome, and it also has great quality. So let's take a look and watch this whole video.
So my friends asked me several years ago, why real estate? Why get into real estate? Why be a realtor? And I think it's because I watched my father do it for 40 years. And I saw how he connected with people, how he walked alongside people in this real estate process. And it's not always an easy one, but just the way that he cared about people, the way that he walked alongside people through very stressful times and very joyous times was something that I was always drawn to. And I still remember our realtor, the first house that we bought as a young couple, and just the process of going through that with a realtor, someone who knew what they were doing, who could walk us through the unknowns of a real estate transaction. It can be a scary thing. And so I take pride in the fact that I can help people walk through that process. My friends make fun of me because I love to walk places. In fact, I will walk at the expense of driving my car and getting there quicker all the time. There's something about walking that's just something that I'm drawn to, being outside, enjoying the surroundings. But getting to do that with somebody else is even better. I love walking with people and talking with them and just engaging life-on-life situations with them. And I think that's why I love real estate so much, is just getting to walk with people through the whole real estate transaction. Golden in the Denver metro area is a very active community, and so me personally, I enjoy getting out in the outdoors. I'm a runner. I love to cross-country ski. I love to mountain bike, and that's pretty common, especially in Golden, but also in Denver. There are a lot of people that love the outdoors. That is a big value for people, and so you need to understand that in the context of different neighborhoods and how accessible different neighborhoods are to outdoor activities, and that's something that I take seriously and obviously enjoy doing myself. Frankly, I'm not in this business because I just want to have a bunch of clients. I want to make friends. And I know that a lot of these people that I work with are going to be moving into the community that I live in. They're going to be getting to know my friends. And so it's important to me that I represent them the best I can. Not only for that, but because I really care about what I'm doing. And I care about them, and I care about their goals and dreams as well.
As we were wanting to sell our place, we really debated for sale by owner. And in talking with Jeff, he was very encouraging, really listened to us in what our values were and what our needs were and what we needed to get out of the place in hopes to find another place. We were very encouraged and very excited to make that decision to work with Jeff and just in knowing he cared about our needs, what we wanted came first, and he really gave us the big picture, knowing the details of what we're walking into, even for sale by owner or going through him. And ultimately, we're very thankful that we chose Jeff.
I had someone ask me, what do you say when you meet with a client the first time? And frankly, I don't say much at all. I listen, because I think a big part of what this real estate transaction is about is my client themselves and about their needs. And so it's not ultimately about my ideas or my future. It's about my client's future. It's about my client's dreams. That's important to me. So I hope all my clients would say that I was a good listener, that I really cared about who they were, what their goals were, where they wanted to go, and what they wanted to accomplish. And that's really what it's about.
All right, so that is a very powerful video. And what he did there was he knocked out kind of a couple of things, but two birds with one stone. He did a great job of introducing himself, but he also gave some insight into the person that he is and what you're going to learn more and more as you come along with networking properly and building an online presence and having a solid social identity. You've got to let others know the things that you like and why you're in this industry. And it's very obvious and evident in this video that Jeff Fox is in it to, obviously help others follow their dreams, but he genuinely takes care and interest in those that are moving into his local community. So he taught us a few things. He likes to walk. He loves the great outdoors. He's very engaging, and he loves to listen. And he gave some insight to real estate in his background with his father and why he started this industry. So there's a lot of value to take away from this video. And I would imagine if he didn't do this video editing himself, it might have cost him, I don't know, $250, $300 to have something like that made. Now, again, you can obviously see the differences between a video like this and the video that you would do from, traditionally from your smartphone or a tablet, but they're both equally powerful, okay, in their own right. What it comes down to is how you market it. As you can see here, there's 347 views on this video, and here's his subscribe button. Now remember I said whenever you upload a video and if you have a subscriber, then this video is going to automatically go to them. This is a great way to reach on out and touch all your past clients and say, hey, I'm ready to give you some valuable information here on this channel. And this is only going to further solidify yourself with technology and video marketing for new recruits. So again, it's a process. It may take some time, but putting the right foot forward, you're going to do really well when it comes to these different things. So the other thing he knocked out in this video, other than all the things I just broke down, is a testimonial. And that's a very important piece to this whole puzzle, is making sure that others share the experience they had with you. Because the way that I see it, and what we typically say is people don't really remember days. What they remember are moments, okay? And what I mean by that is if it's not shared by someone, it's almost like it never happened. So you can have the information within the MLS and you sold this and you sold that, but unless someone can really give that story and the experience, just like you saw this for sale by owner, it never really happened, at least not as impactful as you'd like to make that story available to others. So with this, what we can take away so far is you absolutely need to have set in stone virtual tours for every single listing that comes through your office. This is going to help you bring in new agents and keep the ones that you have, because it's a valuable tool. Number two, you need to have every single agent in the office. I don't care if you have 3, I don't care if you have 300. They all need an introduction video, something kind of like this, where you'd want to say, hey, here's who I am, here's why I'm in the industry, this is why you should use me, and this is what I really genuinely care about in this industry. And then lastly, this is how you can contact me. In this case, he just put his website. So for me, that's pretty interesting because he's obviously confident in people going directly to his website. But you might want to have multiple options, because today's consumers are all about options and they all want to be catered to differently. I might want a phone call. The other guy next to me might want a text message. So just make sure that you're aware of that. Maybe a website, a phone number, and maybe a social connection. Hey, connect with me on Facebook. That's important. Imagine this. Every single agent has an introduction video branding themselves with your Century 21. I mean, that thing's just going to continue to grow. Perception's reality. And that's where that's going to happen, is if you get more and more introduction videos. Testimonial videos you eventually do want, and there's some ways that you can integrate those videos with something such as like Yelp, for the Yelp reviews where people share their experiences. But let's just focus on the virtual tours and the introduction video. And then remember, we can share this socially. We have the applications we went over, Magisto and Videlicious. And then let's take this thing to a whole other level. What I want to share with you is what's currently happening anywhere. I mean, as far as marketing is concerned, and I'm talking about print media. There's print media that is out there right now, whether it's a real estate flyer, whether it's a door hanger, and there's some interesting capabilities available to us. I mean, obviously we had at one point the voice activation, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up here. Then what we had, or what I should say we have and have been working on, is augmented reality. So augmented reality is pretty crazy. Let me show you how this thing works. There's an app out there called Layar, Layar. They have the A and the R at the end because it's, let me just go ahead and lock that real quick while we're going through here. It's AR at the end for augmented reality. So it makes absolute sense. You have different companies out there that have augmented reality, but we're talking about combining what you're already doing with print media and then taking what is available to today's consumer, let me show you how this works, and sharing the marketing experience beyond just the piece of paper. And this is going to probably be a huge eye-opener for most of you who are on this call or going through this training. Let me show you how this works. Traditionally, if I were to open up my camera and I'm just going to hover over this, we just have a normal, social networks flyer, whether I hand it out at an event or if I'm doing door-to-door hanging. Okay, if I take a picture of that, great, that's that, and there's my picture. Now with augmented reality, I'm going to go here and show you what you're able to do is pay for example, this flyer to be changed into a 3D format, which is augmented reality. And this is what consumers really want. And this is what you should want for yourself. You don't want the marketing experience to end right here at the piece of paper. So you're probably looking at this right now as I'm talking and saying, what the heck is going on with the piece of paper? Well, as I'm hovering over it, you have a couple of different options. Number one, where there wasn't anything before, see, there's nothing really on the piece of paper. If I try moving this around, there's nothing there. But augmented reality and being a part of this layer here, it now prompts someone as a call to action to go to the website. So let's click on that. And all from my mobile device, look, it takes them directly to the social networks website. If I come back, what I can also do is I'm really trying to beef up my social. I want them to like us, right? So I'm going to click like. Takes them directly where? Our social networks business page. But here's where the video comes in. They can call you, but now you want to give them an introduction to yourself, and this is all through the flyer, and there's a video. They can watch it right there. Isn't that crazy? So just keep in mind that there are so many advanced technologies out there that are going to help you stand out. And if you have something like this available for potential agents or ones that are already closing deals kind of as a qualifying reward to say, hey, look, this month you've done such a heck of a job, or whatever, this quarter you did a great job, we're going to provide you with an augmented reality flyer, right? So you'd register it, and we can show you how this all works, but you register it, and then when people like myself or a consumer who has this hovers over it, boom, they're able to have an extended marketing experience. Now, this isn't just going to happen on flyers. This is going to happen on for sale signs. This is going to happen on the door hangers. This is going to happen on real estate magazines where you're looking at a home, and guess what happens? boom, it shows a virtual tour of the home. So I really want you to see where things are going to be going, because when this is a set standard years from now, you're going to probably come back and remember this training and say, oh my goodness, you know, I had that opportunity. If you want to recruit and you want to retain, these are the kind of technological things that you're going to do to stand out and bring new people in. So if there are any questions, you can reach on out to us, and I'll make sure that Brenda gets you our information directly. I know that we're in the Century 21 online tool on the website, and we're in so many other places, being that we're doing all of these trainings for you. But here's another place that you can actually go. Okay, you can go to getsocialwithc21.com. You can take a look at everything that we have to offer. Obviously, you can see we have some phenomenal content information that we're providing to you, but let's say you wanted to watch it over and over again, or you wanted to get some basic key component training to say, okay, I want to learn how to do the video, but I don't want to be overwhelmed. I want to do it in sections and segmented. You can do that. So once you sign up for our program, which I'll tell you about at the end here, this is exactly what you'll have access to. If I log in, number one, what you're signing up for, and you can sign all of your agents up for, is the Century 21 Social Media Broker Program. When you sign up for this, all of the agents in your office will get an online social university access, kind of like a tuition to learning all of the things that we're going over and so much more. They will have access to updated video content, which is pretty neat because it's the same kind of information but real time and up to date. And then we're also going to post for them 3 days a week on their Facebook business page. Okay, so let me show you how this works. Once you sign up, you can give this out to your agents. We will also hold a webinar to introduce this so that you don't have to remember everything I'm going over. But it's kind of like the real-time live on demand. So if you want to learn social networking, you click here. You can come down and you can learn the fundamentals, or you can learn the marketing strategies of what we have to offer here. Best training hands down to really help you grow with networking properly on and offline, the video marketing like we went over today, blogging correctly and intertwining the two with the video marketing and with your social networking to blogging, and then also the mobile technology and tablet stuff that we went over today. So you click on one video, it opens up, you can watch this wherever you're at, on the go, mobile, and this is how short the videos are. Anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes, which is great. So you don't have to spend a ton of time on it, and you can learn that section. When you're done, it will say completed so that you have a bookmark of where you left off. Okay? And then if you ever go to your dashboard, this is going to keep track of everything for you. So you're going to say, okay, Facebook, I've completed 3. I have, obviously 24 more. You can, when you complete an entire section, you'll get a certificate. This is what each agent would get. They can print it out, or you can print it out and introduce or present it to them in the office. And they can take this on a listing and buying presentation or anything when they're out there, which is pretty neat. Another way to help stand out, and this is how you can recruit because you have all of these different tools. Okay, so if I go back, have all my certificates, I want to go back to that dashboard to show you. You can log into the member dashboard, and the list of all the agents will be here. You can click on their dashboard to see their progress and what they're doing, and move forward from there. Remember, they also get the automatic Facebook postings by us 3 days a week. Very key article information driven towards the consumer so that they have great real estate content and information. And the last thing is really for the broker. So all of this is for the agent. Can you see how you're going to be able to recruit more? You can recruit more agents and retain them because of this tool. Not many companies right now across the board have anything set to really help their agents learn how to do social correctly to get more business, get more live meetings and leads and referrals, and then also mobile technology. You're a little bit lost in many senses. That's where we come and hold your hand through these online on-demand videos. Okay. The other part to it is, how do you get the agents to accomplish these things? Well, we have a solution for that too. If you go to Broker All Access, we have trainings in here that will definitely help you, recruitment strategies, general training. But we also have updated training content. So you can open this up. You can play this in your real live face-to-face training meetings. There I am right there giving you a training. In 8 minutes, you're going to show them in this training how to prospect. How to prospect on Facebook, stay in front of their sphere of influence, target market, and they're going to do it all in that actual training classroom before they leave. That's how you get them to implement it. You want them to do introduction videos? Perfect. Have them do it right there in the office before they leave. Once they get in the habit of it, that's how they'll consistently do it. We are creatures of habit. We have to get in a habit, or else it's going to be real tough for us to follow along. So all of this right here is available for $295 monthly. Very low cost to make sure that all of your agents are equipped to close more deals, really grow your online presence, your online brand, and just make sure that the company is growing correctly and with the times. Obviously, we're in the 21st century, and all of these things are really hard to learn and to reach out and research. That's what we're here to do. So for $295, whether you have 100 agents, whether you have 50 agents, $295 a month, we will make sure that this is all taken care of. And you can, again, Brenda will make sure that you have our contact information so you can reach out to us, and we'll get this all taken care of. So hopefully you enjoyed the training. We look forward to the next one that will be coming up here shortly, I believe in the next week or two. And if you have any questions, we look forward to hearing from you. You have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.